say that. This is why I've hired you, is because of the goblins. They like to attack the caravans on the road. So I'm hoping
in the day or at night.
They attack. It doesn't matter. During the day, at night, when we sleep, even during the day when we sleep. But we will have watches, so you can be assured we will not be surprised. But that's why I've got you, as sort of like an insurance policy to protect everything, because you are the mighty giant fighters and the fighters of the orcs, the swarms of orcs and whatnot. But as I've told you, my caravan does carry a number of goods, and we will be delivering everything to Parnas. So that will be the end of our journey, and then I will journey back to the east, back to DRIVETHRU, and then go somewhere else. That is what I do. So tell me a little bit about Parnas. There was some type of cult that was there, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, is it still an active cult? Is the town suppressed?
Those damned dragons, you mean?
Yeah, will I have any problems dropping off my goods? I hope that I won't.
If you speak of the cult of the dragon, yes, they've been beaten back.
Ah, it's good to hear that they've been eradicated. There's rumors that they were going to summon Tiamat, the dragon of all dragons. I mean, was that true?
As the stories go, but you know how rumors can be. Trust as many as you don't.
Hmm. So the statue that I have, this elven goddess statue, we'll get it there, we'll protect it, and then I will pay you. I will pay everyone 100 gold apiece. That is quite a price to pay, I may add. So especially for, heroes like yourselves.
I must say at least I am worth it.
Oh, that's good to see. Well, I'm sure all of you would be worth it, or you probably wouldn't have been sent to me.
Sure, that'd be great. Maybe even an extra 10 gold for each of us for things we kill on the way. How does that sound?
I think 100 gold is fair enough. Usually the amount that I pay mercenaries are about 50 gold, but seeing that the importance of this, and plus Parnas has paid me more to take care of this and to make sure that this is taken care of, that's why I'm offering more on this journey.
Very well.
You say he had trouble getting, or the other caravans have had trouble getting to Parnas? Is that what you said?
Other caravans that didn't belong to him, and he kind of he just he called them basically, they're always the cost cutters. They just will take any drunken swill out of the tent here and put a sword in their hand and call him a mercenary. Me, I don't do that. I actually want skilled warriors, because if I do not make the delivery, my friend, guess whose pocket it comes out of? That's right. Good old Zam's pocket, and I just do not want that.
Happy to help you, Zam.
So when we get the statue there, we'll head to the axe, and then we'll talk to Chandra. She is the one that is paid, and then I will then in turn pay you. So we will seek the priestess of Parnas. I heard that she was quite an attractive thing to look at. Maybe I might ask her to come back to me with the desert. We'll see if that happens. But I do suggest you probably should see one of the vendors here. Get some lighter clothes. You're going to need
Certainly.
it. You need to get your gear to protect you against the heat. That is not part of the deal. You need to take care of that yourself. Why do you think I have tieflings driving my wagons? Because the heat doesn't affect them. It's low cost. He just kind of chuckles.
Who should we meet in Parnas?
Her name is Chandra Stoll. Chandra Stoll, and it's Chandrastol. And it's basically, she's the priestess of the axe. And Azam has heard through the rumors that she is quite a sight for sore eyes. I am anxious to get on the road, so we will.
I will
probably
look
travel in the
for-
morning. First thing at first light. Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to find a merchant. If it's not the Zom, which it's not, right?
His name is Azam. A-Z-A-M, yes.
Yeah, he has goods for sale, or do I need to find someone else?
He doesn't know. He does know of several of the merchants around the 10th city that can help you out. He says, just tell him Azam has sent you, and they'll take care of you.
So as I go there, I am definitely not going to mention his name at all.
Okay. Okay. Also, the pseudo-drake that's kind of resting around his neck is called Sing. H-S-I-N-G. So it's like Hasing.
I do want to get. I'm going to buy 4 water skins. I'm going to buy 2 more days worth of rations, and I'd like to purchase 2 short swords.
Sure. Absolutely. He says, so who was asking about the statue?
And then was there some? I'm sorry. Before you go into that, was there some other clothing that we were looking at purchasing? Some desert clothing?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty much it'll cost you a certain amount of gold to get everything you need. Just a couple of gold. So once you guys get out there to take care of that, we'll take care of it then. So
I want a hat.
you can get a desert style of hat. So why don't
And a
we
whip.
take a break here, and then when we get back from break, we'll do the statue, get your desert supplies, and then we'll turn in for the night, and then head out the next morning. You guys have had your audience with Azam and Singh. You guys have found out quite a bit of information about the caravan itself, all of the merchandise that's being shipped to Parnast, who you're supposed to be seeing in Parnast at the Axe Temple. Supposed to see a Chandra Stoll.
Chandra Stool.
Yep. And and her nickname is the Hammer. And you're supposed to be leaving in the morning. So you guys are going to be needing to. You guys have got me all. I'm like thrown off now. I'm like totally thrown off now. So Azam has pretty much told you guys you should probably do something with your attire, and you're going to need to get some rest for the long journey, 10-day journey to Parnast. And also, if you want to check out that statue, he does entertain you with that if you want to check out the statue. So,
Yep, we'll want to check it out.
sure.
Yes, I concur.
Yeah, and when you guys ask that, he kind of looks over towards Singh, and it's like he kind of has to get approval by Singh before he agrees to actually showing you this statue that's on one of his wagons. So, all right. So, what do you guys want to do first? Wagon or desert attire?
Attire, I
attire.
guess. Yeah,
Not all
attire
at
for
once.
sure.
Okay. All right.
Attire.
Desert attire. You go over to one of the tents. He has all kinds of different hats, nice boots that will prevent sand getting in where your feet are. All kinds of high socks. All kinds of light, loose, light clothing. Stuff that's pretty much made of wool. Cloth mask. All kinds of different ointments and stuff that you can, rub under your eyes to prevent the glare and whatnot. Yep, the rub. So, so if you guys need this equipment, it is going to be 4 gold. But he turns towards you, Shem, and he looks at you and he kind of eyes you up and down and gives you a couple of very, I guess you could say, indistinguished type of glances and glares. And he says, for you, my friend, it'll be 2 gold. And then he kind of gives you one of the signals of the Zent. And he tells you, for you, my friend, 2 gold. Everybody else, 4 gold.
Simply acknowledge it and pay the price.
Sure. So just on your character sheet, you can just put down desert, make it an item or equipment, and you can just put down desert clothing, light clothes, face mask, all that stuff, and put a weight of 4. It would be pretty much the same weight as your a little bit lighter than, I think, normal. Whoa! Somebody dropped some ice on the table. So yeah, it'll be about 4 pounds or so. So you guys got your desert attire, 4 gold, 2 gold if you're Zent, and you make it over to the wagon, and there are all tieflings that are loading this. They're loading weapons onto one of the wagons. They're putting bags and crates and barrels onto another one of these wagons.
You can't hear me, right?
Yeah, you're making a lot of noise.
I'm sorry, there's something going on. Somehow I've picked up the
No problem. Just
non button pressing.
Yeah, no problem. Just if you ain't got push to talk, just slam that thing on real quick. No problem. So you do notice that he does have all tieflings, and he kind of jested and was a little humorous about they can withstand the heat of the desert a lot better than everyone else can. So they're tending to the camels and whatnot. No horses, camels. There's a few horses, but they're not attached to caravans or anything like that. And he takes you to one of the actual wagons to the back, and as he kind of lifts the flap to the side, it looks like a very complicated piece of masonry, and he peels off a couple of the pieces of wood that it's packed in, and the statue's just like you said. It looks about 5 feet tall, about 4 feet wide. Definitely looks heavy as hell. Looks like it's going to take plenty of people to lift it off of the wagon once you guys get to Parnast. And the statue depicts the Triune Queen, the deity of Angarod. And
Triton Queen.
The Triune Queen, Triune, Triune Queen.
Thank you.
No problem. So there's an inscription. He says, here's this inscription that I never even looked at. He goes, I really, honestly, could care less. I'm just paid to deliver the damn thing. Hopefully this thing doesn't have any kind of curse when you read it, but I don't think it will. But he basically peels a couple layers of the board off, and this is basically what it says. And I put it in chat. And it's inscribed, and it says, "Unity and diversity bring strength. Be ever vigilant against she who was banished, and work together in defending the lands of the fair folk from those who would work evil. Celebrate the one and the three for their collective purpose and individual expressions of life. Through the melding of widely different skills and interests, creativity, life, and artistry are nurtured and new ideas are discovered." Those knowledgeable in religion, you guys notice that this is definitely the works of Angarod. So if you're part of any kind of temple, you can tell that those are the symbols and whatnot with this in scripture.
Male or neither.
And then it says, P.S. Don't forget the Christmas giveaway extravaganza on Christmas Eve, 10 p.m. 8 p.m. for the patrons. So you guys are 8 p.m.
8
Special prizes will be had by
What
all.
color is the statue?
It's made of stone.
Does it vibrate?
It does not. Not yet.
It's not blue then, right? Not blue stone?
It is not. It does not look like a crane either. No.
I haven't never had any markers to do with that. No crane markers near the statue or near the shop or anywhere else.
No, but you do recognize, as you're kind of walking around, several individuals that belong to your organization. All of you do, actually, except for Shen, except for the vendor. He's about the only Zent representative that you've seen here in Virithal.
Maybe talk to one of our organization before we move out. Just a short conversation.
Sure. What would you like to converse with this individual about?
Speak of the loss of one of our own, the female Harper.
Who is this that you died? Who has died? I haven't heard of someone in the. Come closer, friend. What do you speak of this death? I have not heard anything. I'm usually always out here in Virithal and doing reconnaissance. What do you speak of?
Trying to find a note here. I think that closed or something. The little thing there. Can't remember her name off the top.
You gave your note away. Gave it to the tavern guy. He palmed his hand, remember?
I showed him. I didn't give it, but that'll do right now because I don't have it with me.
Are you talking about Verada Store?
Thank you.
Verada Store. Store's death.
Oh, the person of your, one of the other, your fellow colleagues of your organization says, word has got out here that the mighty treasure hunter Verada Store has met her end. How did she pass, my friend?
We think maybe Giant has caved her head in.
Oh, what a brutal death! I would imagine. Oh my gosh. So did she have treasure with her? Was she treasure hunting? I mean, obviously a giant just wouldn't come up to Verada's store and smash her head in. Obviously there had to be some type of reason for this to happen, right?
Bring over whoever else was in the group at that time. I'm guessing Shin.
I've never heard of the Shen. Is he part of the organization as he kind of gives you the Mahabone handshake, Mahabone, my brother? That type of handshake.
Says, well, no, he is one that adventured with us earlier, and he is more in a knowledge of finding, I think, her dead body.
Oh, the only thing that I had heard that the mighty treasure hunter had passed. I did not get any other details. But any kind of details costs you an arm and a leg out here in the desert, so I just kind of go what I can get for free. Unless you have something that vibrates, then we may have to talk some prices.
Am I there?
Sorry about that.
Am I there with this guy?
Probably not. I mean, if you're kind of hanging around, just looking around, and this is just kind of walking around, sure, but we'll say, yeah, you guys are all together, sure.
I nod my head and say the Lord's Alliance is on the move as well.
As they always are. And he gives you another Mahabone handshake. Mahabone, my brother.
And then I'll explain to him in detail how we found her dead body.
Oh, you found her dead body? Where was she at?
On the trail to the first.
She's in the middle of fucking nowhere with her head caved in.
Poor Verada.
She was where we were supposed to meet her at.
That was Shin from across the way.
The players get flustered when I put them on the, when I start asking them questions.
Are we talking about blue balls or blue birds or whatever the fuck you all talking about?
No, we're talking about
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
I've met Verada several times, and I kind of always figured that she'd probably end up pissing someone off. She always did like to stick her nose into other people's businesses, which, no offense, and power to the organization and all, but she did take a lot of chances, and it seems like the chances that she took actually caught up to her, which is unfortunate, but still. As a treasure hunter, and you always going after artifacts and treasure, you're bound to make enemies along the way. That's one facet of the organization that I will not be joining anytime soon, or donating my time to.
We're moving across from the east to the west, back to Parnas with the statue currently. So we'll keep our eyes open.
What statue is that?
I'm gonna give Kel an eye, and just kind of stare at him as he just divulged that info.
This is one of our own, one of the blue bearing harpers.
So you have a statue. What is the significance of the statue? He he goes to look quite interested. He starts asking quite a few questions. Where's the statue going? What is it for? What does it do? Cat's got your tongue?
I can tell you where it's going, but what it does, I have no idea.
And where's the location going?
East
East.
or west? I mean west.
West. I was going to say, well, the wagons are pointed west.
My other west.
Your other
My
west.
other east.
Well, safe travels be into you, my friend.
Can I insight this guy?
Sure. He's definitely part of the organization. Definitely looks. You can see that he has a pin kind of tucked away under his collar, kind of hanging over his pin. You can see that he does belong to the organization, or so it looks like he's
He gave us a
representing.
secret handshake, didn't he?
Yeah, and he gave several Mahabone blessings be unto you, brother, and power to the organization and stuff. So yeah, but he seems like he's legit. You don't sense that he's trying to be undermining or anything.
Just overly inquisitive.
Yeah, he's just asking a lot of questions. Obviously, and you can kind of revert back to what Azam has said. Not a lot of people have come through here lately, so he's just kind of trying to gather some intel, maybe.
I think it's best we be off. Or that we rejoin the zone.
Sure, it's about the middle of the day, late afternoon, starting to cool down just a tad.
Does anyone have knowledge in religion? Okay.
Yes.
No?
Yeah,
Well,
I do.
I was gonna wonder. Would ask who is the she who was banished that the statue spoke about.
I'll send a religion check on that.
Yeah, same here. I have a religion as well.
Yeah, I think we're all clerics.
As just in Scripture. Just in a Scripture that's probably written by the person who created the statue.
Okay.
Like I said, the statue depicts the elven triune queen, Angarad.
So as they're fumbling over themselves, trying to sound like they know what they're talking about, I'm gonna go. You really have no idea, do you guys?
Are any of you guys elves? I think Valen might be an elf, right?
No, I'm a halfling.
He's half.
Or halfling? Yeah, same thing. Just kidding.
Somebody's on the half elf.
Yeah, if you're an elf or a half elf or elf, yeah, you feel a little. You feel like a calming presence as you're near the statue. You just feel, a little bit of like a soothing presence, a calming presence.
Take my leave of my harper compatriot and go over to it. Maybe Arcana, knowledge Arcana of that.
Doesn't appear to be magical or anything.
Okay.
No check needed. You don't sense any type of magic.
Very good. We'll be underway then.
Is there anything else that we need to do to prepare for our trip?
No, I think you guys have everything prepared. I think you guys have your
Extra water.
all of your gear. Yeah. Plus, there's going to be water and food on the caravan. Plus, he's going to feed you. But whatever you eat on the journey while you're traveling with the actual caravan, it's all on you. So, but dinner will be provided a couple times a day. He's got a couple tiefling chefs. All right, so the next morning comes. It is still night out, basically. It's still night. No light. You've got about an hour or 2 hours before light.
Oh, no.
The caravan's starting to, take all of the wedges from under the wheels. The camels are, being given water for a last time, a little bit of food. And you guys,
how tall are these camels?
They're typical camels. What, probably 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall with their humps and stuff.
Can I get a short model?
You're not riding the camels. The camels are pulling the wagons. There's a total of 8 camels, 2 camels per wagon. You guys are actually walking. But you will, however, take breaks because, like Azam has said, there will be 2 shifts.
Just to be sure, watch very, very alertly. Anything on the horizons, anything behind us, wherever I'm positioned, I guess.
Sure. Okay. And tieflings are, there's 2 tieflings per wagon, basically guiding the camels. Then there's a couple of others that are riding inside of the camels, basically preparing food, cutting vegetables and whatnot, and actually baking bread out in the heat as well. Then you have the 4 of you that are watching the caravan, and then there is Azam and the pseudo-drake, well, the pseudo-dragon. And you guys start to travel.
Where in the caravan are they?
They're up front. They're actually both walking and taking turns, riding in a wagon and whatnot.
I would like to stay next to him and try and do some investigation checks or checking the mannerisms between him and Hassing.
Between he and the drake.
Yeah, he and that pseudo dragon.
And I mean, what are you trying to
It seemed
find
odd
out?
that he would give the look he did when we asked about the statue, and just seeing if there's any further, like, who's in control. Kind of, is there something more to that pseudo dragon? Kind of
Sure.
investigations.
Sure. You can drop we'll say up to midday. You can give me a roll for up to midday, and then you can give me a roll for midday for basically the second phase of the day's travel.
Sure.
As you guys are traveling, and as you're traveling, the sun is absolutely relentless.
At what pace are we traveling?
The travel pace is very slow. It's very hot. The sun is blistering above you. There's no clouds. There's no ponds, no lakes, like as you would see to the west. There's no shaded, no wooded areas. And, like I said, Azam, he starts to move the caravan well before the sun rises. And the moon is still out as you guys start to make the journey. And
Right,
it's actually
keep
quite
watching the
chilling.
horizon.
Yeah, and as you're watching out into the horizon, the dunes make it look like they're mountains of diamonds as the glare of the moon shines down and hits all of the minerals and the sands and whatnot. And it's actually it's gorgeous. And and as the sun starts to rise, there's a gorgeous spill of pink and gold across the horizon, and then the sun starts to show its face. And within minutes, within no time at all, the sun is literally baking, and just the heat is pounding down on you guys like a hammer beating on a piece of molten metal in a forge. And then, as the sun's up for a little while, you start to have vultures occasionally soaring overhead of you, probably hoping that one of you die from the heat so they can have some dinner.
They circle a right of a Valen, I assume, right?
Yeah, because he's the one that's always going down. So,
So what is the construction of the wagons? Are they actually
no, they're nice.
wooden
Yeah.
wagons enclosed?
Yeah, they have. They are enclosed. Yeah, they have canopies on them, cloth canopies.
The enclosure is a cloth canopy?
Yeah, they're cloth canopies. Like I said, there's 4 wagons. There's one that's each one of these wagons are being pulled by two of these foul-tempered spitting camels as